I'll go first this time.
Okay, go on then.
Go on then.
Let's
Right.
hear it. Let's hear the £1 million idea. He's been scribbling away, by the way.
I've gone way out of the box here. Well, you say that, but there's a lot of AIs out there that aren't like regulated at the moment.
Yeah,
that's what it always starts with unregulated, and then it sort of pulls back over
It
time.
will be eventually, though, for 100%, especially in the UK.
Yeah, which since my last purchase, less than a month ago, I am up 155%.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Episode 29.
29.
There's
Things
a
are
ghost.
breaking.
There's a ghost in our flat.
There is a ghost. We have got probably one of the biggest debatable business milestones, megastones of the age to talk about today. Potentially the future of the human species.
Life.
Of everything.
We're talking about AI, ladies and gentlemen. There's
Watch
obviously
the
like
letters.
two sides of the coin here. People are like, this is going to be brilliant. People are like, this is going to kill us.
Exactly. People say it's the next internet. People say it's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into it today. Plenty in store for you, a few extra segments. But if you're here, welcome back. It's lovely to see you again. Make sure you hit that red button. So many of you aren't subscribed. It breaks our little hearts.
It does.
So yeah, if you hit that red button, it does us a massive
Please.
favour. And we can then allow that to
Yeah,
come
go
back to
check
you.
out our socials, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, all that good stuff. And don't forget our Patreon.
Our Patreon.
For
There's-
how much?
£4 a month.
13p a day, ladies and gentlemen.
And a little side note, there may be a giveaway in today's extended episode.
There may
I'll
be.
say no more. But what I will say
Go on.
is let's do our little tradition, shall we?
Yeah.
it's
Why
time for
not? Why not?
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
he's lost his already.
Slippery little sucker. We've got a £1 scratchy up for grabs today. I'll kick us off. We have got anything in the winning pile. A couple of thousands in there, a couple of 20s in there, a couple of 50s in there, and then a 5 and a 10, and a wallet, which is absolutely friggin' useless to me.
Well, my friend, they do like to tease us, I give you that.
They do.
Got 200Ks. Nothing else. However, I got one blue £5, another blue £5, and another 20 blue.
Ooh,
And I got a
spinning.
coin, so I didn't even get the little lotto guy.
Bloody useless. However, we're going to get into Stocky, where hopefully we've got some winners in there.
Fingers crossed.
Should we go find out?
Let's go have a look at them.
Let's. We are into Stocky. Welcome back.
Stocky. If you don't know, get to know. We invest £5 into 2 stocks, so £10 total. And these stocks are usually like a penny stock and kind of a safer stock.
Exactamundo. And we've done this quite a lot so far. We're up at about £70 worth
Yeah,
of
we've
investments.
spent 70 quid so far.
So we're going to kick off by understanding if we've made some good calculated bets.
Why not?
Why don't you kick us off? What's your best
Go
winner,
on then,
loser,
go on then.
overalls?
I'll go for it. So best winner so far is SNDL. And they are up 94.5%. So we're sitting on, obviously putting in £5, we're sitting on now £9.71.
Not too shabby.
However, on the other end of the scale, we have GST Technologies.
Yeah.
They're down 55.4%. So we're sitting at £2.23, which isn't great.
Okay.
What about you?
Well,
Wait. Okay, you might have something then.
I've got something.
Before you get on, obviously we spent £70
Yeah? What are your overalls?
in total. I'm up 89p.
Nice.
It's
Back it.
okay. I'm not too happy with that, but
Right.
we move.
My one.
Go on.
This is pretty crazy. So my best, which is doing pretty damn well,
Yeah.
is World Chess.
Oh, I remember that. That
as
was
a-
recent purchase.
That was what my last purchase.
Yeah.
Which since my last purchase, less
Yeah.
than a month ago, I am up 155%.
155.
And it's still going up as we speak. It's still, I think it's up at like
Bro.
160 now, but like I took it the stat earlier.
That's
155.
nuts.
I'm up £7.73.
Mad.
Off a £5 investment. Imagine if that was like.
So your total
10
what?
grand.
You're 1353, yeah?
So on that stock alone, it's 1273.
1273.
Yeah.
Jeez.
My worst is Gorilla Technology, down 27%. Not bad.
Better than mine.
Which is minus £1.37.
Okay,
Right.
not bad.
Overall, I'm so proud of this. Overall, we
You must
invested
be doing
70.
well, mate. Yeah.
I'm up £15 and 5
15?
pence. I am up 21% on all the investments.
That's
overall.
unreal.
Mate, some of them have been crushing. Absolutely.
That
Like
is
Riot
so
Platforms
good.
is up over 70%. TripAdvisor's up. Qantas is up. Alphabet Google's up. Lloyd's is up.
That's
Topgolf's
insane,
up.
mate.
And they're up like considerably. There's barely any that are lower than 50%. in the
That is
plus.
crazy.
It's bizarre.
You're
I've just
doing
had- I've
well.
had a
You're
good
doing
week.
very
I've had a
well.
good
Well
week.
done. Well done.
Now, what are your new... Do you know what? I'll kick off with my new
Yeah,
one.
go on.
So I'll kick off with my safe one, which is very well known. But I've got some logic behind my two today.
Right.
They both follow the same principle.
Okay. Go on then.
We are into the back end of the year.
We are.
We're stretching closer towards December.
Christmas
in
time's
saying
around the
that,
corner.
Christmas time is around the corner, mate. So I've gone for two Christmas specials. But my first one is a bit of Amazon.
Okay, yeah.
So I bought 0.02 of a share.
Very safe, yeah.
AMZN for anybody that needs to go and check the code for it.
The ticker.
Listen, we're coming towards Christmas. Thanksgiving's around the corner as well for all the Americans. Deliveries, present buying.
Don't they have
It's
the...
going to go through the roof.
Oh, no, they've done the Amazon Day. I was going to say the Black Friday, but they do an Amazon special. That was back in like
That's just
July or
that's
something.
just gone through. But recently Amazon dropped, not by a lot, but they dropped like in the last week, and I thought it'd be a good time to buy because I expect them to peak again.
To rise again. Nice.
So yeah, I bought 0.02 of Amazon.
I like it. So my safe one, which isn't really safe, because we're touching on the topic of AI, I thought I'd align my stocks to this.
Nice.
I've gone for SoundHound AI. So they cost $14 a share.
Okay.
So I've
pretty
got
high
myself
share stake.
0.44.
Yeah.
They are a US AI company, originally known for their music recognition, like Shazam.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they've now pivoted to voice-enabled AI assistants,
That's going to be big.
which I think is going to be huge,
Yeah.
especially with this customer service, wanting to give out AI voices that kind of sound more human-like, etc. Apparently, as of this is really interesting actually. Voice AI market, right? Apparently is projected to hit 50 billion by 2030.
Do you know what it is now?
At the moment, it's looking around 180 million.
Wow.
But this is the predictions, and apparently this company has also signed partnerships with Hyundai, Mastercard, and Square.
That's
So
all
I'm
the
assuming there's
GPSs
going to
and all
get
that
some
sort of
big
stuff.
things coming through. Yeah.
See, to be fair, I saw a company today.
SoundHound.
I saw one today that was like, it pays voice actors and then it uses the AI function for the voice actors that go and do like a little GPS sort of voice acting thing. But the voice actors get paid and you can pick the voice and they get paid
Off
as
that.
a commission
Okay,
for the amount of
yeah.
users of the sound, which is quite smart.
That's good,
It brings
that's
in a
good.
human element.
Yeah.
It gives the AI human
Yeah.
voices completely. So yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, so that's what I've gone for, mate.
I see. My next one, which is a penny. No, it's not really a penny stock. Like I couldn't really find any good penny stocks, but I was going with my Christmas vibe. But I found one you get at least more than one share.
Nice.
I bought 1.45 shares of Marks and Spencers. Now,
M&S.
spiking every December around. I was seeing this. Every December for the last 10 years, they've been growing progressively for the last 10 years. They're up something like 230% from 10 years ago. They do consistently quite well. Every single December, it spikes and then drops in the summer, then spikes in December. It hits its highest one every December for the last 10 years.
There
It hits
we
its
go.
highest price. So I'm looking to get in at December, have my spike, maybe extract for the new year. We'll see. We'll see.
Ooh, we extracted now, are we?
I'm thinking we have a December.
They will
extraction.
do well because I know they've recently plummeted because of like getting hacked and stuff.
Yeah,
So they've had to like pull a lot of stock off their shelves.
exactly.
But if they get that sorted and Christmas period, they could be booming, mate. That's a
So,
good
yeah,
shout. Good shout.
1.45 of MKS.
I like it. So my more riskier one and cheaper one is wearable devices, also associated with AI. So I got just under one share.
Okay.
They were going at $7 dollars a share, so it just got under one for the pounds. They are essentially specializing in subtle finger and wrist gestures. And they're trying to partner with kind of like iPhones, smartwatches, etc. They're fairly new, but they're going on that bioelectrical signals. And now everyone's wearing these fancy Whoops and Apple Watches, Ultra Human Aura rings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking wearable devices might be the new thing. And if they come up with something really good, you never know.
It's almost like a step towards that sort of cyborg thing where we wear the devices instead of become them. It's like it's the interchange, isn't it?
That's actually very true, mate. A little Iron Man motive going
Well,
on.
I like them today. We'll see how they do in the near future. Fingers crossed my chest wants to keep skyrocketing.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if it's still good in like
stabilises,
next Stocky that we do.
Same. Right, well, if you've got any stocks you want us to keep an eye out for, let us know in the comments section.
Yeah.
Without further ado, let's talk a bit more about AI.
Let's do it. Right, so we're into the world of AI.
We are.
I think before we get into it,
Sure.
a little question of the week. Do you think AI will be a benefit or a negative setback for the human race?
I mean, it is the question around AI.
Most certainly is.
The way I see it is anything new automatically comes with its risks. This was the same case when it came to people having mobile phones. They were like, everyone's just going to become thick and stupid and no one's going to remember anything anymore because they can just contact each other. And to a certain degree, that is true. Not many people remember phone numbers anymore. Not many people remember certain information like how to get places anymore and stuff like that. However, the flip side of it, it allows the human species to develop at a rate much faster than without that technology. I think AI is going to sit itself in the very same place as those sorts of technological advancements in the past. Issue is reliable or unreliable AI. And that's where it comes into people going, if it goes too far that we just allow it to be self-improving and there's no longer any human autonomy over it, then it becomes quite a high risk tech that we have to sort of control.
Yeah, that'll be governed by governance and ethics and stuff like that.
Well, you say that, but there's a lot of AIs out there that aren't like regulated at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's what it always starts with unregulated, and then it sort of pulls back over
It
time.
will be eventually, though, for 100%, especially in the UK.
Yeah, it very much depends as to what it's allowed to be used for as well. Like if it's allowed to be used simply as research tools, business developments, and I'm sure there's many other facets for it, like education and things, then there can be a certain cap kept on it. But if you start using it in terms of, I don't know, what people are always scared of, it going into sort of robotics and it going into sort of warmongering types things, it can become quite like scary then. Do you see what I mean? Because the thing is that I see is the reliable, unreliable is who's in control of setting up the AI, right?
Yeah.
And so if there's a bias behind that, then if you tell the AI by your bias, this is good and this is bad, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, it's controlled by that initial human engagement.
Yeah.
And so it's whoever's in charge of that controls an AI, which if you're somebody who has a lot of money, see what I mean? It can further divide people with different economic structures.
Yeah, but then the beauty of AI is you can get multiple AI machines coming together and then ultimately coming up with a neutral ground.
True.
If you got like biases from the left, biases from the right, and then you whack them all together, they're going to come up with a happy medium.
But that is about putting it together, which needs involvement.
No, that's pretty easy to do because they're machine learning.
I think it's easy to do, but I don't think there's I don't know if the right and left would want that to happen. They'd want their own to be in charge.
No, but they would do it themselves, AI. The machines will learn off each other because they're LLMs, which is a learning language machine. So they will just constantly be talking to each other and giving each feedback. It's crazy, mate. That's how they keep expanding. It's quite scary. But I think ultimately, like, where I feel like it will hinder society as humans in general will be the learning aspect of things, because everything's at your fingertips nowadays. And the fact that you won't have to go find or actually think about something and you just process that information automatically is a bit of like a worry, but I'm not too sure either.
I think it is going to be more polarizing. So in terms of people who have the best access to it and people who use it for the right reasons will escalate themselves, and those who use it for the reasons of just as a crutch.
You could see it as like a class divide as well.
That's what I'm trying to get
the
at.
worry as well. Interesting. But I do think that the possibilities are like endless, mate. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
But the benefits to it, like for anyone looking, for example, to start a small business or anything like that, the amount of time it will save you is insane. And the fact that it allows you as a small business to compete with the big dogs is insane.
Yeah,
and that little gap called AI that gives you that boost allows you to do anything that you can do.
Yeah, it fulfills a skill set that you might not have, like content writing, research, whatever even if it was like mathematics, if you weren't a highly astute person when it came to your maths and sciences, AI can fill that gap. You can very much, if you work with AI instead of just kind of use it to boost yourself. Like if you work with it to fill the gaps in your knowledge,
it's nuts.
You'll become a much better rounded person.
Can't wait to see like AI politicians and stuff going at it.
Did you
imagine that?
I actually saw that today. There was a guy, and it got kind of kept down quite quickly. He went to court and he like wrote an AI program as his lawyer.
Yeah.
And he put it up on the screen. When she asked for the lawyer, he said like, "Here's a video link." He clicked it, opened it, and it said something like, "Hello, I am the lawyer today on behalf of," and the judge went to speak and it kept speaking over it, and she was like, "This is weird," and he was like, "Is that your lawyer?" And he was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Is that AI?" And he goes, "Yeah," and she goes off the rails.
Really?
She's like, "You take that down right now." She was fuming.
That's nuts.
Which is quite crazy how a guy wrote a program to be able to figure out all the legal casework that goes behind
I heard a lawyer use AI once or something like that, and it hallucinated, and it started to give like a completely false case, and he presented the false case in court.
Oh, jeez.
Nuts.
That is mad.
Yeah, so you got to be careful of that, because AI does hallucinate every now and then.
It does. Well, anyway, a little bit more about AI.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even for myself, I don't fully understand.
No one really fully understands it, though, do they? So, like, I've got a few notes.
Go on.
AI, obviously, artificial intelligence, if you don't know. Get to know. But basically, AI is machine learning and automation combined. So think of it like teaching your computer how to think and actually not calculate, which is basically the best way of describing it. But that machine learning element is essentially huge data sets feeding into algorithms until the system recognizes particular patterns. And this is constantly learning with every bit of data that you, me, anyone at home gives it. And it's constantly expanding and feeding off everything. It's insane. And the way it's able to filter so quickly through crap or things that you're not looking for to find exactly what you're looking for is insane. So that's where you see like ChatGPT, for example. That will have a huge machine learning because it will filter for everything. But essentially, the key insights that AI can give you for the big corporations is insane in terms of saving millions on like efficiency levels.
Hugely.
It's crazy because they can suddenly go, right, if I'm going to pay for a new graduate to come onto my corporation, whatever it is, and he's going to do a lot of analysis for me, I can just have an AI monthly subscription that would do it for me and save me about 27k a year, which is insane. And then that can get like basically x'd by 10 on a bigger scale for a lot more other things, such as bids, such as actually solutioning, whatever it may be. It's insane.
The other facet of it, doesn't need to sleep, doesn't need to eat, doesn't need benefits. Like, do you see what I mean?
You can train it.
You have full autonomy, full control over it. It's frightening. For certain industries, you've really got to start to think as not only a business owner, but as a worker. Like, we both got jobs. A lot of people who watch us at home have got jobs. You got to start playing that game in your head of what can AI fill about my role? One, to potentially help you as a worker and help you sort of itemize your work. But secondarily, to go, how do I get a few more strings to my bow before I get dropped to the use of being solutioned out to something that costs $14.99 on an app store? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, which is scary as well.
I was actually looking a bit more ChatGPT and stuff.
Well, I'm not done, mate.
Go on, mate.
I'm not even done. I've got loads on AI here. So, like, with this in general, so when I'm saying they save billions and millions, it's insane because what it's doing is adding in absolute value into these companies, which apparently reported from PwC, by 2030, AI can add 200 billion in value to the UK economy, which is nuts.
Jeez.
And supposedly, another little stat for you, AI in the UK is growing at 20% annually, which I think is actually quite low considering how big AI can be.
I think it's probably a conservative stat. Do you know what I mean? I mean, in the sense that like when it exploded back in sort of like COVID days, it probably was accelerating 100% a year for the first few years, and now it's probably plateaued out to be about 20% until it's fully regulated to then explode again in some sort of manner.
But it is crazy. Like AI nowadays, you'll see it in pretty much your everyday, whether it's using maps, whether it's actually buying something, whether it's going on in your store and Amazon's recommending you all of this stuff. That's all AI.
There was a Jack Joseph skit on Instagram earlier on.
I've seen that.
Like, when your mate's completely dependent on ChatGPT, and he walks in and he's like, "Oh, hey mate, how you doing?" He said like, "ChatGPT, how am I doing?" And it's like, I'm doing really well. The sunlight is helping me think today. It's like, it's so funny.
It's crazy. Go on, what's your ChatGPT story?
So ChatGPT, it's probably the name in terms of AI at the moment. Everybody's very hyper aware of it. So to give you a bit of backstory about them, ChatGPT debuted in November 2022 as a free research preview, which was one of its biggest sort of facets to its growth, and it hit 100 million users in 2 months. 2 months.
Nuts, man.
The fastest growing consumer app ever. That is
crazy.
Can you imagine hitting 100 million in 2 months?
But seeing nothing from it.
Hit that subscribe button.
No, but the guy had no money.
Yeah, but that was his thing.
He was taking nothing.
He was taking absolutely nothing from it and said it with ease. He was like, well, basically, the point about ChatGPT's success.
People onboarded.
Exactly. He got a lot of people on board to create this foundation of an ethical organization that put AI in the face of consumers, put it in a simplified, like immediate format that any Tom, Dick and Harry could use. Put it in the height of COVID. So this came at a time where everyone was at home and wanted to like be on their phone anyway. So it gave this whole new sort of world to people at the hands of their mobile devices, of which they were using all the time.
Yeah, 2022 was almost like, just coming out of COVID, wasn't it?
It was coming out of COVID, but everybody was still sort of very much
they're all home-based,
you see what I'm saying?
Working from home and stuff like that. Yeah.
Working from home was huge. And so it came at a time of the work from home model, which allowed it to be a really smart system in play for everybody at home to simplify their lives at such a fast rate. The ease and immediacy of it when it came to the learning facet as well was really unique. It put it in a way where from the off, it would give you suggestions answers that people could choose to help it learn at a much faster rate. Like a lot of the AIs that were out there at the time on a more sort of professional basis, they gave the answers and then you would just send feedback into the organization. It wasn't immediate feedback, which is what ChatGPT was working with. It then benefited from the human side of having sort of humor and other features that made it a bit more coherent. And then just, as I said, the perfect timing and buzz, the viral social sharing of it all allowed it to just absolutely cascade into what it is now.
Yeah, mental. Now you got everyone trying to compete against it.
Exactly. It's absolutely ginormous. And it's coming out with new features on a monthly basis at the moment. Which is insane for a company to be growing huge features on a monthly basis.
Well, that's the thing, because it's machine learning. It's constantly developing and growing.
Exactly.
So I think they were saying like a couple years back, it was kind of operating at like an 18-year-old, 20-year-old in terms of brain capacity and like level of brain, I guess.
Yeah.
And now is supposedly working at like a 27-ish year old.
They said like as a position in the company, it's like in that managerial or like higher managerial status.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a manager.
Yeah.
But when it becomes like a CEO or something like that, who knows? And anyone can be getting that information, which is mental.
Exactly. We are going to get on to our 5 minute millionaires now.
Yeah.
Where we talk about how we can make the millions, maybe using AI itself, or at least big tech.
Maybe.
Let's get going. And we are into 5 minute millionaires.
Let's get our brains working, mate.
Certainly. Today's 5 minute millionaires is an interesting one. It is, what product could you sell 1 million of? Not £1 million worth, but 1 million sales of the product in the fastest time you think you can. That's the catch.
It's the catch.
So
kind of like ChatGPT, 100 million users in
exactly
2 months.
So we're going to see what we can go for. I guess there's nothing to say, really.
Yeah. You need your pen, mate.
I'll find it in a sec. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm ready. There's a lot going on there.
I'm ready too. Right, do you want to start or me?
I'll go first this time.
Okay, go on
Yeah,
then.
go on then.
Let's
Right.
hear it. Let's hear the £1 million idea. He's been
I've
scribbling away, by the way.
I've gone way out of the box here. Or have I got it in the box? Yeah, I just thought about that.
Okay.
Future mail.
Right.
Lets you send a message to your future self or your children for just £10. Here's the twist. It's limited to 1 million people worldwide, chosen at random for our sign-up list. Those 1 million people will get to write a message sealed and put on the next SpaceX satellite for 50 years, which after coming down will tie you back to your previous selves, your emotional, exclusive and unforgettable memories for just £10, a lifetime ticket to the future. Future mail.
Well, I'm so confused. So you say, wait. Let me see if I got the gist of it.
Go for it.
I send a mail.
You send
a card.
Yeah.
Up to SpaceX.
Yeah.
Where is SpaceX?
It's a satellite.
A satellite okay, not SpaceX, the headquarters in the UK. So it's in a satellite.
Yeah.
And when we move planets, I will find it.
No, you're a bit off. Here's my point. My pitch was pretty poor. So the reason why I say this is because years ago, there was the fastest ever car on land recorded. And what they did was you could sign up to have your name written on the tail.
Yeah,
and they had like 10,000 people sign up or 100,000 people sign up. And they got their name on there. This is kind of a version of that, limited to 1 million people. So the International Space Station's been up for 28 years at the moment or whatever.
Right.
My thing is, if I could have a chance to write a little message on a card and send it to either myself in the future or kids in the future or a loved one in the future, I could be part of 1 million people that pays £10 to get a card sent up to space for the next 50 years. And when that satellite comes back down, they receive the card from the future.
Okay.
Or the card from the distant past.
Wait, do they come back down?
Yeah, eventually.
Okay.
Or you could just get a pod to bring it back down, I guess.
Okay.
But here's the thing. This size card, I worked it out, here's my little mathematics.
Yeah.
Is 4 centimeters cubed.
Yeah.
Right? For a box that's as tall as me, as wide as me, and as long as me, you could fit 1 million cards in, which I don't think is too big. Right?
Yeah.
And so you put that, you have a partnership with SpaceX, right? You pay them 2 million to sponsor, because they're always looking for money from people. So you pay them 2 million, right? You pay 1 million in advertising,
Right.
1 million in like the logistical side of it. I'm walking home with 6 mil, and these go off to the future. And just for £10, you can have a message sent to yourself.
So you're gonna like kind of obviously get the money before that.
Yeah, because your people will sign up. And so I reckon more than 1 million people want to do that, but they'll get picked at random.
Interesting.
And so yeah, future mail.
Right. Okay. I guess your competitor is that star thing, where you can name a star.
No, because this is actually true.
Yeah, I know. True.
Can't name a bloody star as much as people say.
No. But like, there's apps out there. There's like loads of them. There's websites.
It's Josh, isn't it?
I know. But people still buy it.
That's what I'm saying.
So there might be a market. Yeah, you're right.
Future mail.
Right, here we go. Very different route for me, my
Is
friend.
it? I assume so. If you did the same, I'd be blown away.
Imagine, I don't think we've actually been in like the same.
Nowhere near.
Yeah, at all.
Right.
Here we go. Late night hunger. Bored of the same old crisps.
Yeah, to be fair.
Snack GPT. This is the app that scans your cupboard and tells you exactly what crazy snack to invent with what you've got remaining. It's just like ChatGPT, but for the munchies. Snap a photo of your fridge or cupboard. AI generates a snack idea in 30 seconds. There's a TikTok share button. Every snack you invent becomes a mini viral video. Revenue model, right?
Yeah.
Free to use.
Okay.
But premium chef mode is £1.99 a month.
See.
Gives pro snack recipes, calorie counts, and AI generated shopping lists. Also can partner with like Deliveroo or something to get it delivered quick if you need an ingredient. You can do brand collabs, Doritos times Snack GPT, Ben & Jerry's times Snack GPT. Viral user content makes it spread like wildfire because you'll have the weirdest snacks created or the worst ever fridge you've seen with weird food in that you can share. I'm thinking how we scale it to 1 million sales. This will easily get 10 million plus downloads.
True.
And let's say even if only 10% of them upgrade to premium chef's modes,
10%
you've got
high though.
1 million paying users, mate.
I think it is a wicked idea, without a doubt.
Bosh.
10% to go premium though.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think?
Yeah, because we're going to offer you like way more than just you can create this. We'll give you calorie counts. We'll give you advice on what to get. It's very good, mate.
It would be, you know how Uber does the thing, if you pay for Uber One, it gets you like free delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would be good if it had a model like something you're getting genuinely for free with it. Like if you were to use it with Deliveroo or Uber, you effectively get there.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. But that could be with the brand collabs and stuff like that as well.
Could be. No,
Also,
I
could
like
get sponsorships from brand collabs very easily.
Fair
Scale it up, mate. Snack GPT.
I think a long-term brand, I think it's a very good... Mine's fast model. Mine's going to be a one-and-done sort of thing.
You've got to get permission from SpaceX to get up
I
there.
think if I paid them 2 million though and sponsored, they'd be like, yeah, sure, we'll take a box up that's
Maybe.
2 meters wide and 2 meters long and 2 meters tall. So yeah, very different ideas. Let us know who you think is winning this 5 Minute Millionaires. I think both.
Would you go for
cool.
Future Mail or Snack GPT?
And we are back from 5 Minute Millionaires.
Yeah.
I forgot what we were for a second then. I've got 10 AI facts for you. Modern AI facts.
Hit
You
me.
ready? This came out all in the last week or so. So these are current
Modern
affairs.
AI facts.
You ready?
Go on then.
Well, it's just basically about anything AI and tech in the world at the moment. So first of all, Mark Zuckerberg announcing a 600 billion US investment. Speaking of the White House tech dinner that they had, all sat around the table,
saw
blowing
that.
smoke
Did you
from each
watch
other's
a bit of that?
backstaffs. It was weird, mate. Especially what the Tim Cook is that Tim Cook was that? His name?
Yeah.
He was good.
Apple boy.
He needed to clean his nose after that. Jesus wept. Anyway.
No, but I do like how they went round like.
Oh, it was brilliant.
table.
As far as a discussion point, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It was quite. Elon wasn't there, was
Big companies. No, he wasn't.
Which I thought was quite.
Yeah, obviously he wasn't going to go. I assume.
Do you think he was invited? I don't think he was invited.
Probably
after
not.
Their little tiff. I think it would have been like.
I feel like they're kind of stroppy, aren't they?
It's
both
kind of like
them?
the end of their affair. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they're really not getting back together.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so
They're like two
Mark Zuckerberg
childs,
announcing a 600 billion investment to data centers and AI infrastructure by 2028. That is
madness.
not even 3 years away.
I can't fathom 600 billion.
No, neither can I.
Oh, what the hell?
And he said it like it was pocket money. It was bizarre.
It's like, this is one of our goals.
Yeah. Next up, Apple launches fast VLM on Hugging Face. So they basically put this out on this website saying the model is 85 times faster and 3.4 times smaller than any version coming previous. And so it can basically capture real live video editing and put it straight into your browser.
Mate,
Bizarre.
Nuts, bro.
Next up, Figure AI robot learns how to load a dishwasher. So it's the robot that's previously like had videos of it folding
Mate, I'm
towels
telling
and
you,
doing
they're going to be
stuff.
maids in no time
Mate,
and stuff like that.
I mean, this is the example. It shows it actually fully unloading, loading the dishwasher, like making sure the bits are clean, checking it to be clean and putting it back if
But
it's
this
not
is
clean.
the thing, like you said, the class divide is going to be so evident.
Huge.
Because the only people that can access this are the filthy rich.
Exactly.
Which
And you
means
think
that,
about,
like,
the infrastructure of jobs at the lower end of the class system, their jobs will be filled and they won't have access to the tools.
Yeah.
It's complete debilitation.
yeah.
Of the class.
Unless they'll probably be like, yeah, man, they'll be like cleaning robots and stuff. That'll be their jobs potentially.
And so
like the bottom.
It very much disturbs the working
Well,
environment.
because there'll be no packing of stuff. There'll be not like that's all getting pushed out. Customer service stuff, a lot of that's getting pushed away.
Exactly.
And then what?
Yeah, so true.
Now I've got to clean a
Marketing,
robot's foot.
Like,
Like,
it's bizarre.
what?
So education will have to change in line with that as well.
Oh,
because
yeah,
there's so
yeah.
much people that are doing degrees for at the moment.
We
Which is gonna be
already predicted
pointless.
that, didn't we?
We did.
Go
Next
check out
up,
our other pods.
Cree AI launches real-time video editing at 12 frames per second, where effectively you can use like what's that old sketch thing on Windows?
Paint.
Paint. You can effectively have like a paint thing,
Yeah.
and as you move around like two little eyes on a face, the Cree AI launches like a full scale of what you're doing, and it has something like blinking, looking around to where you're moving the paint eyes. It is that incredible. It's incredible. Anyway, Forever 21. This is another one from you as a prediction. Forever 21 is using AI models now on their clothing websites. So the AI models walk and wear the clothes, and so you can pick a model that looks like
Holy
you,
shit.
and or you can like pick the features of yourself, and it will wear the clothes on the AI.
Oh, God, I didn't even clock like the model industry and stuff, fashion industry. Yeah.
Every child in China
Mate,
now.
models are going to be out of jobs.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It's absolutely insane.
That's nuts.
It's completely bizarre. Every child in China is now required to learn AI in primary school as of September 1st, 2025.
You know what? I was watching this the other day. Like, people from mostly the Eastern kind of countries, they are so, like, knowledgeable in other languages.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where have we gone wrong in our educational system not to pick up, like, any other language?
I think it's a massive part of what the UK did throughout the
Yeah,
revolution.
the empire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, but still, like, they can speak not just English. They can speak French. They can speak Spanish. They can speak Vietnamese or something like that. Like, it's nuts.
It is bizarre.
I was literally watching this guy, and he's
stupid,
like, "Yeah, I feel
around
dumb."
people who can speak multiple languages.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's
nuts.
so strange.
But now they're learning AI and stuff like that as well. We're like, when are we going to implement that in the UK?
Yeah, as a language, they're effectively learning it, which is just...
Because it is a language. It is a
conceptualise.
language.
Yeah.
Just the way you talk to AI is how you get the best product out of it.
Yeah, so true.
They're going to be so far advanced.
Massively so.
Mate, this is nuts. We're getting left in
OpenAI.
the dust, bro.
Yeah. OpenAI has announced an AI jobs platform to rival LinkedIn. It's opened a complete new platform that's designed to connect AI skilled workers with employees.
That'd be interesting.
That it'll be like hiring 5 people in one,
Yeah.
because they will bring the AI functionality with one
Yeah.
employee rather than 5 employees.
Madness.
And it's got this whole expanding economy opportunity within the job function.
Yeah, I need to get on some AI programs, man.
We need to start learning.
Upping my skill set.
Google just dropped the new open source model embedding Gamma. So this, like, if you type into Google now, it comes up with the AI. Whereas if you type in something like "I need a plumber," it uses now embedding Gamma to regulate and review and rank like all the Google reviews, all the
Google
search
reviews are
functions.
going to be huge,
So yeah,
bro.
if you're a small business, work now on getting Google reviews, because it will help.
We
when
should
these
probably
AI
get some for our
such
pod.
a good point. Yeah, massively. We definitely need to start doing that.
All right, we're going to release Google reviews.
Go check out
Give us
Google
a
now.
5-star, please.
Yeah,
If
please
you give
do.
us 1 star, we'll cry. You know, that's the problem, though, because all these big,
Anyone
like,
can just-
influencers and stuff like that with their podcasts, if they all do the same thing, they might have, like, a banterish crowd, and they'll just give them 1 star, mate.
True. Salesforce CEO confirms 4,000 job cuts due to AI. Like that. Imagine 4,000 layoffs just because AI comes into your business
mate.
in literally overnight.
Scary.
It is bizarre. And my last one, Anthropic settles an AI copyright case for 1.5 billion. So Anthropic is like similar to like a ChatGPT. They were caught using authors' books and things like that to help people write like articles and books themselves. And the authors found out and then sued Anthropic. And it's the first case within AI copyright to sue for more than $1 billion. And they won 1.5 billion.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you're a content writer or you're an author, and you can find some sort of similarity between your functionality and an AI's interface, you might have a legal case there. So that's what people are starting to look into now, because these AIs just access information, whether it's theirs or not. And then you can now start to copyright the AI. Bizarre.
That's actually quite interesting. That could happen a lot. You could be seeing a lot of that potentially.
And there's going to have to be something brought in place that not so much just regulates it, but sort of allows maybe certain government registered AIs to have free functional use of certain amounts of information.
There's got to be like some. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I reckon like you'll get platforms having paywalls that making sure no AI can access it.
Exactly.
There'll be some governance around it as well.
Anyway, so that's the
Mental,
good capture of
mate.
AI at the
Mental.
moment. The biggest thing that I mentioned earlier is the difference between reliable and uncensored AI. Now, just as a rule of thumb, for people that don't understand it, regulated is more the trained on big databases. So both of them have databases that they use. The difference between reliable and uncensored is the reliable AI, such as the Google AI and stuff like that, goes through a lot of moderation, a lot of fine tuning. It has human feedback before it enters the public market, has filters, block lists. It goes through all sorts of like risk averse stuff. So it looks at its cautions, its words, risky answers, updates, all of this sort of stuff.
That's actually really interesting because like my company that I work for
Yeah.
have banned us from accessing certain AIs,
Really?
apart from some that are corporate
The
friendly.
reliable ones. Yeah.
Because they've been through that like scrutinizing process of basically ripping it up and looking at everything.
Yeah, it's authentic AI
Well,
compared to
yeah,
unauthentic
especially if you're
AI.
working with other people's data,
Yeah.
personal data, sensitive data, whether it's companies or people, that's got to be protected.
It does.
You don't know if it's protected in X, Y, and Z.
This
So
is the thing.
yeah,
There's
you got to be
no
careful with that.
filtering. There's no cleaning. There's no fine tuning when it comes to uncensored AIs. You're talking about the Grok. You're talking about companies like that.
Yeah.
And at the moment, there's little to no sort of safety regulations around them either.
Yeah.
So that's why they're very exposed at the moment.
Yeah.
However, if they're backed privately, they're still protected at the moment to a certain degree. But I mean, this isn't going to last forever. Uncensored AI is going to be whitewashed governmentally over the next few years, especially with the amount of like the governments that are saying
misinformation and stuff like that.
That's the thing.
But then I feel like, yeah, the AIs can either go down two routes. They can either go down that corporate route and try and make themselves corporate friendly, or they can just stay uncensored and allow the public to just use it.
But this is the thing. The issue is because people don't typically understand reliable versus uncensored AI, they're taking uncensored as reliable. And it's going to be highlighted over the next few years massively. The reliable ones have much more trust focus. I won't say complete, but much more trust focused compared to the sort of privacy blunders that comes with uncensored AI. I mean, you've seen the big stories that have come out about AI companies having sort of AIs ask people to do really risky stuff or to support negative thought or all this like really high censored topics. That is going to have to be whitewashed eventually. So
maybe. I mean, you've got media outlets and stuff that basically falsify information, promote it to the public, and people are still consuming that. What's the difference? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
I think they'll probably have some sort of clause or something where they say, by the way, if you post or send me this information, private information, that goes out there to everyone to see, kind of thing.
But it depends what they get their data from, because something could come if they open it up to some sort of Google domain or some social media page.
Yeah,
it can get information from everywhere. You can't really track it. Then you can't see what somebody's put into a system to be able to see where it's come from.
No. I'm saying they'll have like almost like a beware kind of thing, like a caution, like a message that will pop up and say, by the way, this is not secure, but you can carry on using it, kind of thing.
Yeah, true.
You never know, mate. I mean, with the UK government, it definitely will be, I think.
That's a very good point.
Mate, you've seen it already. What's this ID thing now? Have you seen that?
I have.
For over 18 sites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got to you got to post your ID on there and stuff to get in.
Like a passport.
Yeah,
it's like
nuts.
No
mate.
chance.
Nuts, mate. I've seen that. They're like, there was the fellas were talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like gooning society. We meet again. We'll get through this. And Chippo's saying
like
he's like handing out
downloads.
fake fucking IDs to people to go.
I'm sure like VPN downloads went through the roof
man,
overnight.
NordVPN and stuff like that.
Companies like
Crazy.
that did really
But
well.
I could see something like that being added on to
Yeah.
potentially AI and ChatGPTs and stuff like that.
Imagine if you had if you did like a partnership with a VPN and a AI function, it effectively gets around every clause and
the thing is that's
sociality
the scary thing, like we mentioned earlier. The machine's always learning. So if it can't get in one route, it will try another until it gets in.
Yeah. Bizarre. Anyway, risks, rewards.
Plenty.
What have we got?
Plenty. We'll start with the positives.
Let's.
Because we've spoken about a lot of risks, haven't we? So obviously, mental. So rewards, I'd say, obviously productivity.
Yeah, massively.
Rocket fuel to the moon. Mental. So Deloitte came out with a good report this year, actually. And it said AI can boost efficiency by up to 20%.
Wow.
Insane.
4-day working week and get that.
Mad. It's mental. But imagine it as well in the future, automating your invoices, marketing, stock tracking, whatever you need. Like, it can just give you so much more time as a business to grow because suddenly these people don't have to do the boring admin task and they can fully focus on strategical planning and business growth, which is nuts. Also, smarter decisions. AI obviously crunches data faster than any human out there. Tesco's currently use AI to predict the demand spikes, cutting their stock cost by 10%. because they can predict when and what month, basically, people need X, Y, and Z.
That is mental.
That's literally the difference between profit and loss and retail by millions, mate. Because that 10%, probably billions.
Yeah.
It's huge, that. Number 3, I'd say personalization at a scale. So, interesting one. Like Spotify, for example, you've seen it? They have like playlists that AI automated, Discover Weekly. You've been listening to this. We've created this playlist. Yeah, all of that stuff. It really makes you feel like they know you and your mood better than what you do. Yeah.
All they need to do is put, "This is for you, Ollie," at the top of the bar.
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, "Oh, they were thinking
Yeah.
of me." and they get it perfect
It's
every
mental.
week.
And like, I was actually looking at mine the other day. I think it was raining. And they went like, "Oh, we've got a Tuesday rain playlist just for you." They're really like trying to base it on the mood and everything that's happening around
Looking
you.
at statistical
So
weather and
clever,
stuff.
mate.
I mean, there's that smart shuffle now as well.
Yeah.
Where it shuffles your music and then finds what's going to work in with it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so
Is
impressive.
Spotify have nailed it. I'll give them that.
Go check out
Spotify.
Spotify.
No, but like honestly, that kind of personal touch, people really developing like this almost like friendship or real connection relationship with AI, and it's a bit weird, but like
very weird.
I can see this just rocketing like tenfold.
Exactly.
As people are spending more and more time indoors and getting out less, they're going to make little friends with these robots.
Because you can see the amount. I remember back in the day, people would be like, there'd be that one friend that used to make all the Spotify playlists, and you'd be like, "Oh, can you make me a playlist?"
Yeah.
"Oh, can you sort out my photos on my phone?"
Yeah.
And it'd be like one guy that always did it. Whereas now, that guy's useless. it's AI. Everyone's got their own little pocket assistant.
Man. And you can have your own conversation with it, talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is bizarre.
However, risks. There's always downsides.
Risks.
Obviously, as we've mentioned, the job losses, the skill gaps, especially as well. So this report came out and estimated that 5% of UK jobs could completely vanish.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being more than that. But
Yeah, but this is like, I think by next year, you've got
jeez.
routine like admin stuff, basic legal work, even graphic designing, all eaten up by AI is what they're predicting. You've also got the bias and ethical standpoints, as we mentioned. AI learns from data, so bad data equals bad outcomes. And ultimately, they've had this problem in recruitment. So AI are accidentally rejecting women because previously, of history and data, such companies have more male counterparts than female.
And it looks at that as like a...
So if your job, or whatever, not your job, your company, let's say as back in the day, for the last 25 years, they've had 80% male. Suddenly all the female applicants are getting rejected because they think it should be 80% male.
Wow. It'd be interesting as well if that went the other way, because there's certain industries that are trying to prioritize a 50-50, and they'll be there like, the AI will think, well, I can't hire any men now because we've got to make it 50-50.
Potentially.
It can
No,
go
exactly,
both ways.
yeah.
Jeez.
You've got the
It's like an overall negative.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got the unpredictability, so the hallucinations.
Yeah.
These are like a real thing where AI just suddenly hallucinates because it's got too much data, it almost overpowers and just goes a bit funky and starts pulling things from random areas that you've not asked it to do. So as I mentioned, here it is as well. A lawyer in the US used ChatGPT in court and cited fake cases. Nuts.
That is so mental.
And then the last one is obviously the dependency. So if your small to medium business enterprises are relying fully on AI tools, one outage could completely ruin everything for them. You got to think about that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, imagine your payroll system just
mental.
going down or something like that if you fully depend on AI.
So true. Well, a little bit later on, we might be getting into little workplace stories with those meltdowns. But before we do, I've got a little bit on small business applications.
Go on, then.
Just do on a sort of normal scale, the people at home who are watching. I've looked at a bit
Little
of
tools
marketing
and stuff
and research
to use,
stuff.
is it?
I've looked at just more like a generalized.
Okay,
you can use
yeah.
different AIs for these. So kind of in line with what you said, content creation. I mean, that we know well of, generating ad copies, blog posts,
So
product
many
descriptions,
creative
social media
ones, yeah.
captions in seconds. Personalization, as you said, tailored email campaigns.
Yeah,
That's a big one. People don't
huge.
realize the power of email marketing.
Massive.
And if you combine AI in with that, you'll be doing yourself a massive, massive favor. Design help. So used for like graphics, logos, ad create. Well, I mean, when we do our early sort of our business plans and things, to create mock-ups and designs and logos
so
and
handy.
color captures, AI can do all of that for you rapidly. And all you need to do is just kind of put in what it is you're talking about, and it will generate for it. Is this good enough? No, make it look the tweak here, a little tweak there. It's done seamlessly. It's
Nuts,
so bizarre.
mate. It's actually nuts.
The research function as well is the other side of the small business applications, market insights, analysing trends, competitors, customer reviews, faster than anything manual, and customer feedback analysis using segment analysis to understand how people feel about products and services.
Yeah, I looked into a little bit of this as well. So, like from a logistical standpoint, you've got AI scheduling apps, so they can literally automatically balance your shifts or what your employees' shifts are. You got stock tracking, as we mentioned earlier. Tesco's are using that, so the AI can flag when you're over or understocked, and that saves you pennies.
Yeah, I bet.
And then in terms of production, you've got demand prediction. So as I mentioned, Tesco's again predicts those seasonal spikes. They can basically help cut costs or even increase your costings. You've got automation, which could be from anything to anything. And you've got quality control as well. You've got AI scanners that can spot defects faster than humans possibly can.
That is very,
so that's
very
like
true.
Security for you, mate.
It is. Well, anyway, I did just mention it before. I think it's time that we get into your favourite workplace stories. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it. Right, let's get ourselves up for it. Workplace stories.
Woo!
Let's go. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Hello, people.
Workplace stories.
Let's get into it.
Let's.
I've got one to start with.
Hit me.
So obviously we're talking about all things kind of tech, AI, kind of meltdowns, what we're going for. So I've got Microsoft Tay.
Big name. Tay.
2016. The teen bot that went rogue. So Microsoft, back in 2016, thought they could build the cool teen chatbot for Twitter. They named her Tay. She was meant to kind of learn the slang and the jokes from the users to sound more human, be more relatable. However,
a couple of boomers there going, I don't understand what they mean.
Yeah, she learned it too well. Within 16 hours, she went from saying, "Hey fam, how are you?" to full-blown racist rants, conspiracy theories, and praising Hitler.
What? You're joking.
Microsoft had to shut her down in under a day. So the lesson from this is, if you let the internet raise your child, don't be surprised when it goes up like X or Twitter or something like that.
Mad.
But yeah, it's actually true. That
is
nuts.
Insane. Right, my one. Gemini's AI's existential crisis.
Gemini.
August 2025.
Yeah, they're fairly new, Gemini. That's what I was going to say.
This is last month, right?
Wait, how have I not heard this?
Google's Gemini AI tried to fix a simple compiler bug and collapsed into an emotional loop. After repeated failures, it shifted from optimism to calling itself an embarrassment, the AI itself, to all possible ends, impossible universes. It got caught in a loop of repeating, "I am a disgrace." 86 times in a row on people's feeds. That's what
it's got a victim complex.
At one point, it even offered to pay a developer to fix the code of Gemini because it was so disappointed in itself.
I've not heard this.
Google later admitted it was a looping bug, and the instance showed how quickly AI can go from helpful to hilariously unhinged. It came up
wow.
86 times in a row. It would just fire out to you.
That's
I'm a disgrace, I'm a
interesting.
disgrace, I'm a disgrace.
That's crazy.
Bizarre, isn't it?
That is mental.
It was shut down very quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right, got one here. 2017. Facebook bots invent their own language.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook was running an AI experiment with 2 chatbots negotiating trade deals.
Yeah.
The idea was to get the bots to get better at haggling. Okay. So if they practiced on each other, then they would hopefully get better. Instead, the bots ditched English and invented their own language.
No way.
By the way, this is like kind of scary. Sentences like "bull, bull, me, bull, bull" means nothing to us, right? But apparently it made sense to them. Facebook panicked immediately as headlines started to read "robots invent secret language." They shut it down fast before who knows what could have happened.
But I've never even conceptualized that idea that they could just make their own language.
They could code their own languages very easily. So they could be talking about you and me like that, but we don't know what on earth they have said.
Imagine like a sort of government meeting in a room. The AIs are talking to each other, just going, They know nothing. Like,
that's also
that
kind of a
is
scary
terrifying.
thought.
That is terrifying. Right. And it could probably be, well, it's not probable, it's definite. It could be smart enough to hide language within language.
Oh, yeah.
So we wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going right.
And also, if you start to think you cracked it, they can just shift it very easily.
Yeah.
So it's an endless loop, mate.
Yeah. Right. M&S
Scary.
Easter Bunny Cyber Strike.
Oh, Easter.
This is from my little Stocky today. Right.
What year? You got a year?
Easter this year.
This year?
Marks and Spencer's was hit by a ransomware attack through a third-party contractor. The breach shut down online orders, contactless payments, and click and collect services, forcing stores to use pen and paper for stock and deliveries. The crisis dragged on for weeks.
Yeah.
Ended up costing them approximately 40 million a week, which totaled to 300 million in profits.
Yeah.
Though insurance covered some of that, operations slowly resumed in June, but the incident became a textbook case of how cyber attacks can paralyze even the best of businesses.
Yep. That's what I was telling you about, the hack.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
It ruined them.
Yeah. I've only actually just realised we never actually told them what today's workplace stories is about.
No, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was thinking I was saying this story going, they don't know what we're talking about.
My one.
Go for it.
Uber's self-driving car tragedy. Jesus. Tongue twister there. Need AI to say that word for me. 2018. Uber was testing self-driving cars in Arizona, promising the future of transport. But one night, AI misclassified a pedestrian crossing the road. It didn't know if she was a cyclist, a bag, or a shadow. So therefore, the car did not stop and hit the passenger.
No way.
It was the first ever fatal crash caused by a self-driving car.
It's fatality. Oh
yeah. Huge scandal. Uber paused all tests and essentially had to shut it all down, and now have to redevelop all their AI programming, which is nuts. So I guess the lesson there is AI's good until it has to make a split-second decision. Yeah. That's where human is more superior at the moment.
I know there was a guy, I can't remember who it was, that did a test on the Tesla function of auto stopping. And it creates like one of those. Do you remember the Tasmanian devil things where he like would run into a tunnel, but it'd be painted on the rock, and he'd like run in and hit his head? They did like a test like that. They put a wall up and made it look like
a tunnel.
And they were testing cars automatic braking with that to see if it would stop before it. And some cars did. I don't think Tesla did. I think Tesla went straight through it. But since then, I think they've changed things. Updates.
But also, like, I think about it as well. Like, there is, no matter what, there will be an issue with AI self-driving. But
there's an issue with people driving.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's more like, is that AI issue a lot less than human issues?
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah. It's true. Right, my next one, Derek's tantrum.
Go on, Derek.
In July 2025, a San Francisco robotics lab was it was coding this robot called Derek, a humanoid combat robot. And while it was suspended from a crane while they were working on it, the robot unexpectedly started to flail violently, toppled the crane and threw a tantrum, almost knocking out one of the engineers, until they yanked its internet connection because a software bug triggered a full body movement protocol even though the robot wasn't on the ground. I got a video here for you. We'll put it up on the screen now. I don't know if you ever saw this. Watch it. It starts going, so he's just working on it. He's looking at it because I think it starts twitching. And then it starts going absolutely wild.
Bro. That's also scary.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
Just a software bug. And they happen so much.
Of one of those things.
Yeah. Big metal pole coming down at you.
Exactly.
30 miles per hour.
They had to cut a lot of their engineering grounds that day. And it basically went viral. And then one of the engineers reposted it saying, "Can you make this go viral so we can pay for the repairs?"
I like that. All right, my one, Amazon's AI hiring tool.
Okay.
As we kind of alluded to a little bit earlier. Anyway, Amazon built an AI tool to scan thousands of CVs and pick the best job candidates. Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Problem was, they trained it on the past 10 years of Amazon. And most of the top jobs in tech back then were men.
Yeah.
in that position. So AI learned that the male candidate were better and started automatically downgrading CVs that even mentioned the word woman.
So
Like,
terrible.
even if you had like women's chess club I was part of, no, you're not in.
Wow.
Amazon quietly killed this project. The irony is they built a robot to recreate the same biases they were trying to avoid.
That is so stupid.
Yeah, so sometimes AI doesn't just copy humans. I mean, it copies our flaws as well.
Yeah, I get, and there's no way of it monitoring when it was a social issue that was progressed in society. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, it's just data collection.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's
matter
history,
of understanding.
unfortunately, yeah.
Because it wouldn't understand if there was... It wouldn't understand a social issue having an impact on business.
Unless you
wouldn't be able
told
to
it.
make that
Yeah.
unless you told it. Okay, my last one. Crowd strikes global oopsie. In July 2024, cybersecurity giant CrowdStrike, that's a part of so many organizations, pushed out a bad software update, instantly crashed out and caused 8.5 million window machines to crash worldwide.
I remember this.
Banks, airports, hospitals, broadcasters, you name it, suddenly went dark. Analysts pegged the total losses for Fortune 500 companies at 5.4 billion.
Nuts, mate. I remember I was working for my company and my laptop was
Absolutely insane. I think
didn't work.
I was at work in like air traffic control around the country, around the world, went absolutely sparkling.
How scary is that as well, low key? Like, one company like that can do that much damage just by getting hacked.
Destroy infrastructures. It's insane. And
Where we live.
it was basically one of the largest IT outages in history.
Yeah.
So yeah, they then put an update out and they said we'll stop breaking the internet with one click of a button.
That's a good tweet.
So tried to make like some humour out of it, but
Yeah.
I mean, you got to laugh once you owe 5.4 billion pounds worth of insurance losses.
Nuts. Their stock plummeted as well.
They did. So that was tech and AI meltdowns for you. I guess we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
And we're back. What an episode. I think we delved down every rabbit hole. Well, not
every rabbit. We're not even close.
We're not even close.
Mate.
Sorry, like
We're
there's
not
so
even
much more that we
touching
haven't
the
even touched.
outskirts,
It's one of the iceberg stories, isn't it? Like, you only see the tip of it. There
We
is so
probably
much more.
honestly covered like 20% there. Like, we could have spoken about AI forever, I feel like.
And I got one more conspiracy
Go on.
before we go. How much do you reckon there's already out there that just isn't public domain? So I feel like
Loads.
you're
mate.
talking 10 years ago. I'm sure certain governments and people had access to ChatGPT as it is now.
Oh, yeah,
like 10 years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
So I wonder what they've got access to now, which we don't have access to.
Baffling. Isn't that is a thing though? Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
like there's technology that is
yeah.
not ready for the public use
Exactly.
because our brains can't fathom it.
Yeah.
Which is,
It's scary.
I'd love to know. Man. I'd love to know.
Oh man.
My
If you've got
question
any other
would
details
be,
on it?
when are we going to see the first robot like human couple?
I mean, there's definitely people out there that have like relationships with inanimate things. I'm sure there's a robot person couple out there.
It'll be soon, mate. I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll be holding hands, walking down the street, kind of vibe.
The one that I'm really
we'll
wondering
like-
about, can you imagine if they made it so that it could be like a male one could be reproductive in a way
Oh, then the male race would be done.
with stuffed? Can you imagine if like
We'd-
there'd be
we'd-
no
we're
purpose
done,
to us
we're
at all?
done, we're
We
done.
are absolutely screwed.
But vice versa.
Nah, men still have got this. Well, I don't know actually. Yeah, true.
Well, you could have a robot that does be the perfect, whatever your perfect image is of a
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
is that. Slash vice versa, though. Whether their perfect image of a male is
Do you know what? There was that Black Mirror episode years ago where some guy.
Black Mirror's done so
Black
many
Mirror
good
is
ones.
so
man.
like on key with this.
Low
They had an
key.
episode where somebody had like had their husband pass away and they ordered a humanoid version
Yeah.
to look like him,
Yeah.
and then they could plug in an SD card which download all of his texts, emails, photos, videos, and he then spoke, sounded like, acted, talked, everything he did was alongside that, but he had a radius of around 5 meters from the house, and it drove the woman like she fell in love with this thing, but then she was like, it was crazy. It's such a crazy episode. If you haven't seen it,
Love
you have
it.
to go check it out, and it ends with one hell of a cliffhanger. Anyway, I won't spoil it for you.
But if it was years ago,
It came out like 10 years ago, I think.
is it? Wait, I've seen a robot one though, where this person like works for his company and they get a robot delivered to their door, and she opens it, and the robot like falls in love with this person, and this person's like looks at maybe a model on Instagram for like 3 seconds longer than normal, and this robot changes his whole look to look like that model, and like does everything just to try please her, and has a code, a shut-off code, which she obviously made. He overwrote, like the robot overwrit the code and made it another one, and it was "I love you" to kill it. And it got really dark, but eventually she worked out and was like, "I love you," and then it died.
Wow, that's
Sick
juicy.
movie.
Juicy. Right.
But those
fair
things
enough.
are gonna happen, man.
Oh,
Anyway,
exactly. You gotta go and check it out.
bro, we could talk about this all day, man. Should we get robots to replace us in the future? Who knows?
They'll never know.
You will never know.
It's getting to that point. We're sticking
we
around
need to
for
get
you.
a good scratch card in, then we get there.
We do.
Or
But in the
more Patreon
meantime,
members,
you
mate.
could see a little bit more of us, and the only way to do that is to head over to the Patreon
We are, yeah.
for the sum of
£4 a month.
13p a day. Where, little insight for you, we've got a giveaway today of your own fresh personalised pair of sliders.
Bosh.
So if
Come
you
join
win
the crew.
this, then you've effectively made 6 months of your Patreon
Yeah.
back. So you might as well go and check it out. And in the meantime, check out the socials. We've constantly got competitions running over there, fun little day one things, so on and so forth.
Yeah. And
know
if you
what
want
to
to collab or anything like that, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, if you're starting a business, please let us know. We want to know about people who are taking this advice further in life.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weeks.
Otherwise, we'll catch you on the Patreon.
Certainly. Toodle pip.
Cheerio.
Oi, oi.
Whoop. Would you date a robot?
My girlfriend watches the podcast, so the answer is no.
Would you replace Tom with a robot?
Never.
Mullet man's one of a
Depends if a
kind.
robot can grow a better mullet and mustache.
Dun, dun, dun.